There's that great Chinese proverb that says, if you're going to pursue revenge, you'd better dig 2 graves. Because the rage and the revenge and the anger that you carry around with you is going to kill you. It'll take away your health. It'll take away your happiness. It'll destroy your relationships. It'll keep you from being in a state of love. It'll make you feel unworthy of any love that shows up towards you. It'll make you less attractive physically. It'll make you physically sick. There's no payoff that's good for it. And this man who behaved in these ways has taught you that. This isn't to say that this person shouldn't be held accountable for his conduct at all. What we're talking about here is just what goes on within you. You are, and everyone listening out there, you are all beings of love. You're beings of light. You have to come back to the remembrance of the light and the love that you came from. And that's what you're going to return to. Meantime, while you're here, we stay away from that, and then we wonder why our life doesn't work. And our life works so much better when we just go within and we get calm and we just say, you know what? Everybody out there is doing what they know how to do, given the conditions of their life. They're just doing the best they can right now in the circumstances that they're in. And who am I to tell anybody that out there that they ought to be doing it the way I'm doing it? Because basically behind that thinking is this notion, which is if only you were more like me, then I wouldn't have to be so unhappy. But the world isn't like you. The world is the way it is, and accepting the world the way it is and the people in it the way they are. And when we do that, we have less of that. It's trying to understand like bigger problems like war, we talk about war as if it's a way of resolving problems, and all it does is just intensify and create more of them. All of the people coming back from the wars right now are just, their lives are just such a mess. We take them over there, we put guns in their hands, and we tell them to go kill people and blow people up, and then they come back and they, I've got a brother that's just living with such horrors over the things that he experienced when he was in Vietnam. It's just these unnatural ways of being. Our original nature is gentleness and kindness and service towards others. That's what we came from. And we've got to stay in that place. And anything that we can do to stay in that place and not allow that resentment. I remember when I was doing some work on my own recovery from some addictions, and I remember seeing a sign in the back of the room that said, and I've never forgotten this. In fact, I made it a chapter in my book, 10 Secrets for Success and Inner Peace. It said, there are no justified resentments. That's a theme in AA. There are no justified resentments. All of the resentments that you carry around within you, we try to justify them, but all they do is take us away from God. I'm reading a book right now called Ascended Master Training. It's from Saint Germain, and it's this great teachings because I've always felt that I've been sort of an ascended master in training since I was a young boy and protected from different things. And because of the books that I've written, most of them have just come out of the consciousness that you're just speaking about. When I let go and let God, which is what recovery is really all about, isn't it? It's about just letting go. And it's a theme. You hear it over again. Just let the universal Tao, this thing that cannot be named, let this source that provides all of life, just let it flow through you. Let it beat your heart. It's going to anyway. Let it grow your fingernails and let it digest your food. And let it also take care of everything. It's just like let go. And as you do that, you find that, so much of the stress, the relationships that you're in that cause stress, they just seem to get to a place where it's just not worth it. And all of a sudden, God starts sending you different people into your life, people that are going to make you feel better rather than people who are going to create more anxiety and stress. You're going to feel loved. You're going to see it everywhere. To try to talk to people who are in situations that they find themselves in that are, just not pleasant or difficult, or the financial problems or whatever. It's almost impossible to get, ordinary thinking people to stop and say, you know what? I created all of these circumstances in my life. Whatever my financial situation, whatever the nature of my relationships are, these are all things that I've created. Instead of saying that the best is yet to come, I would shift that to the best is now. It's right here. It's not what's going to happen to you. It's not coming. It's here. You are it. It is you.
Doctor.
I get that when I go on stage. I get that when I sit down to write. I get it when I start to do this radio show and never knowing what the next call is going to be and where it's going to be from and whatever. And just knowing that my words and what comes out of me is out there helping people to feel better, to heal their lives. It's like all of this is a part of trusting in your own divinity. I said it very early in my career. When you trust in yourself, you're trusting in the wisdom that created you. You're really trusting in something that allowed you to come into this world. There's a love that supersedes and transcends all of the sadness, all of the bereavement, all of the focus on what's wrong with the world. And if everybody could take the excitement, the inner joy, the bliss that you are attempting to describe here and just enfold it into their lives and put their arms around it, then all of these things that we call problems would disappear, because basically at our core, we are all just pieces of God. That which looks out from behind your eyeballs, that which is speaking these words that you are speaking and that I am speaking, that's our highest self.